In today's news, this week, in fact today, has the potential to be the most bullish we have seen in the financial and crypto market yet. The SEC Crypto Task Force is having their next roundtable today with institutions like BlackRock, Robinhood and Fidelity in attendance, which is huge. Trump has just shocked the world in more ways than one, with his most important and impactful truth ever right here, as well as the most shocking and groundbreaking development with tariffs, as he announces a trade deal with China that will be released later today. This is very big news. We are in such a strong spot right now in the crypto market. In fact, Bitcoin managed to momentarily regain $105,000 earlier. And in my opinion, not financial advice of course, based on the massive announcements from the DTCC regarding the ISDA, therefore regarding XRP, it looks like Ripple's president Monica Long was right. The XRP floodgates, they are about to open. An unfathomable amount of money, literally quadrillions of dollars worth of capital of transactions, they are about to flood in. And if you don't want to miss out on the incoming opportunities, then come learn much more here in the VIP at rob.com/coinfactory. From alpha institutional research documents, educational tutorials and videos, and so much more. Check it all out for 7 days free as well. The link's down below in the description, and I hope to see you all there. So as we can see from the DTCC here, the DTCC, a premier post-trade market infrastructure, they are working with ISDA on integrating their digital regulatory reporting to better streamline trade reporting processes for market participants in the United Kingdom and in the European Union, which is very big news. This deal will help reduce the complexities and costs they're facing with evolving regulatory requirements, as well as increase acceptance rates for submitting trade data. Again, very big news all around. Why is this important and why is this relevant? Well, because the ISDA is a confirmed Ripple partner and has been since 2023. So the DTCC just announced they're integrating systems with Ripple's partner ISDA, and Ripple evidently is going to be the middleman. Just as DTCC provides settlement for US equities, for example, blockchain-based settlement networks such as Ripple have the potential to provide near-instant settlements for global fiat currencies and digital assets. Entirely new remittance and payment products could potentially be developed for the digital dollar, which would work seamlessly with other participants in the network. This is huge. By the way, this is an unbelievable opportunity, as Ripple is evidently tapping into a market worth over $1 quadrillion. And this market as well, by the way, is expected to further expand from here, as the DTCC are attempting to handle upwards of $2.5 quadrillion as confirmed in its interview, and they're looking to demonstrate to the world a ledger-to-ledger methodology which can scale upwards of 1 million transactions per second. And evidently they're leveraging XRP and Ripple to do so to help achieve this. Take a listen.
That ultimately, if I'm going to, for example, pay a dividend distribution to the parties who own the share at 12:01 p.m. on March the 1st, I have to know all of the records, all of the distributed ledgers, and have a single position reconciled across all of those distributed ledgers to affect that outcome. So you see, in the end, you're back to the same game, that you need a mechanism that ties this together. And we see that as our responsibility, is a mechanism to, you'll see as we dig into this a bit more, forming a global tokenization layer, a mechanism that allows you to tokenize DTC holdings, any of the DTC eligible assets, which is everything. Right. It's virtually everything that you trade that has value is, we're the principal record keeper. So we are looking to make all of that available in token form, so parties can trade their traditional positions to tokenized form and back again, to traditional positions, which will radically open financial markets and particularly radically change the liquidity on blockchain rails, which is really a separate pool from traditional market liquidity. So we're excited about bringing these markets together. It is ultimately our responsibility, but what qualifies Ledger 1 versus Ledger 2 to participate in this framework, or Ledger 3, or some great new distributed ledger, the next generation that comes along? Is it safe to handle 2.4 quadrillion dollars of transactions every year? Someone has to govern that decision. It can't be up to the individual ledger itself. So that framework is DTCC's responsibility. Everyone's aware there won't be one blockchain. There can't be one blockchain. No matter how passionate you are about your favorite layer one, there can't be one. If there's only one, then there will be no innovation because there's no break-in point. The barrier of entry is too high. And basically you'll have the malaise that you have in traditional financial systems, just you'll have it in blockchain form. So there'll be many and they'll continue to proliferate in this world. The real question, and the other truth is you cannot scale a decentralized blockchain, theoretically impossible, that maintains each of the three balance points for a blockchain to 1 million transactions per second, really the amount that we would need to cover global scale financial transactions. You can't do it. So there can't be one. What that means is methods to connect chains together and to actually have a chain of chains is actually the essential component in this new world. And there's good solutions out there in order to connect chains. So I can have one blockchain that is completely public. I can stand up another blockchain, a layer 2 blockchain. I can proof its activity down to the lower chain. And now I've just doubled the scale of that chain. I can do that a layer above and a layer above or layers outward, horizontally or vertically to get to that point. But what that means is I have many chains. Now those chains may be public. They may be private. There are good reasons why chains should be private. Transaction privacy matters. Let's say I want to run a dark pool. That's a useful thing in the market. And so you do want to keep your transactions private. You don't want people to front run every time you move this far of value. It means you're about to do that trade. So there is a need for transaction privacy in the end. And that's a form of multiple chains, at the very least, if it's not multiple chains. So we're working on that, on specifically hyperscale. We want a ledger of ledger methodology that allows us to get to 1 million transactions per second. We're looking to demonstrate this to the world sometime over the next year. We think it's necessary and it's also quite possible. We're working on app chains. So effectively a app chain that DTCC is what's known as a CSD, a Central Securities Depository. There's only one in the US. In other jurisdictions, there are multiple CSDs. We're working on a CSD app chain. That is basically collateral management, margin accounts, clearing operations, etc., all automated through smart contracts. And you move the value from your favorite chain or your favorite traditional ledger to the app chain, conduct those transactions, and move it back. That's a radical new way to address core CSD operations, core securities operations.
This is just further proof of just how early we really are. When you realize the role Ripple is going to be playing in these markets, in these institutions, the demand therefore XRP is going to see. XRP is currently hovering around $2.38. And with these partnerships, it's destined to rally so much higher. And in fact, it may not be down this low for much longer, as Donald Trump shocks everybody with 2 bombshell announcements. The third being an attempt to end the massive war on American people by pharmaceuticals and prescription drug companies. In summary of his post here, Trump will be signing an executive order today to reduce drug prices by 30%, so from the 110% they are right now, or were right now, to 80%. Which is very big news. Naturally, pharma companies, they're not going to be happy about this, but this is Trump's attempt to help bring fairness to the American people while also saving the United States trillions of dollars. And of course, more money in the economy means more money available to invest, sending crypto, sending XRP much higher as well. That is just one of the 2 shocking announcements he will make today. Signing the executive order as well as trade deals with China. As we can see here from the White House, we can see Scott Bessent. He stated that he is happy to report that we made substantial progress between the United States and China in a very important trade talks, and we'll be giving details tomorrow. So today now, effectively. That is huge. And furthermore, Jameson Greer here stated that this was a very quick turnaround, which is important to not overlook. It reflects that the differences between what the 2 nations wanted was evidently not so large. Trump originally imposed tariffs because of the massive $1.2 trillion trade deficit, a national emergency therefore, and they are confident this trade deal they have just struck with Chinese partners will help us work towards resolving that national emergency. This is very big news. So tomorrow has the potential to be a very bullish day for crypto, or effectively today now, because we're going into the new day right now as I'm recording this video. We're going to hopefully see the opening of the floodgates for crypto and for XRP, a massive executive order on drugs, a new trade deal with China, and then equally this week will also be massive as the United Kingdom already signed their trade deal, and according to the White House right here, more trade deals could be announced this week as well. UK is already here, China is not far off, I'm sure you've got many more following in suit as well. To stay more locked in and ahead of the game, ready for what is to come and learn more here in the VIP. And remember, don't look short term, think long term, and I'll see you in the next one.